Hey guys, welcome back to the channel RPA Let's Explore. So guys, in today's video session, we build a project where we can able to see how to handle the selector dynamically. So it's a level 1 exploring selector. I have one desktop application, this one expense IT application, and we have to perform few of the activities. The first activity is like we have to first check the application is already open or not. If not, we have to open it. Then need to click on the create expense report. Then after that, the one window will pop up here. We need to click on the add expense, and we need to enter few data like expense type, description, and the total amount. Then whatever amount will be appear here, just we need to fetch this total expense amount into one variable, and we need to display into the message box, right? So guys, let's start building a workflow. So here I have already UiPath Studio is open. I'm creating on the selector demo the process which I already created, and I'm just taking one sequence. You can give any name, selector level _1. Now the first thing we have to do is we need to check the application is open or not. So to check this, I'll use the activity like element exist. So this activity is helpful to check that element is already open or not. So it will give us result into the boolean boolean variable. So here I'll create one variable, open application. So yeah, it's created. Then I have to use the if activity, and here I am passing the same boolean variable, open application is equal to true. If this application is open, we'll put one log message that application is already open, right? So here you can give the info and you just put application is already open, right? Now if the application is not open, then we have to open the application. So I'm using here open application activity, and I'm again indicate the same window here. So guys, if you see here, it will take the path automatically, this path. Then it will generate the selector. And now the next is we have to click on the create expense report, right? So what I'll do is I use here the click activity. In the do, I'll use the click activity and I'll click on the create expense report, this one. Then next is once we click, this window will pop up and I need to click on the add expense. So I'll again using the click activity and I'll indicate on this add expense button, right? Then what I'll do is I have to put, once I click on this add expense, here is one field, expense type, description, and amount. I need to put some of the value here. So for that, I'll use the type into activity type into activity, and I'll highlight this one, express type, and here you have to pass the value like hotel, right? So guys, if means the best practice is you can pass any value through the variable instead of hardcode value. So here the empty field should be click, because see, once here you type something, it will started from here, or if you click on the empty field, it will erase this data. Okay, so I click on the empty field. Then the next is description. So again I'm taking the type into activity, and I'll indicate the description field. So you need to again click on the empty field so that this data will be automatically erased. And here you can type as a Pune, or you can type anything as per your wish. So then again you have to put the amount, so you need to use the type into activity, and here amount you can put here as a suppose 80, right? So done. So we already, so here co- uh, we added the value. Now the next thing is we have to do is we have to get this value, right? This value. But the thing is, when you added any value here, this value will change, right? But when our selector is generated, it will generate the selector to taking this value. Like for example, if I'm using here the get text activity, get, I'll show you get full text activity I'm using. And now if I click on this, and if you check the selector of this value, see it's a 277, right? But this is not expected value which we want us, right? So what we'll do, first I'll show you demo how it's work. And this value we need to store in particular variable, so I'll create one variable, total. Total, only total, right? So here I'm using the message box, and I'll pass this variable which I have created. So what I'll do is I'll show you how it's work. I'm saving all this and run the file. Guys, you saw our bot is stuck here, right? Because our selector is not dynamic. So see, it's showing the 277. This value is not expected. So I'll make this selector dynamic. So what you have to do here, so go to here, edit selector, and go to the Open UI Explorer. So once you go here, So what I'll do is I'll uncheck this one. Okay, I'll uncheck this name because this value is static and it's not, expected value which we want. And I'll save this. And now you are able to see the selector is right. I'll save this one and we'll check how it's work. I'll save this one again. Now I'm closing this application. And we'll see how the bot is work. I close the application, so maybe bot will take time to open the application. So application is open. Hotel Pune 80 perfect. You are able to see now our selector is dynamic and it gave us the perfect value 357 which is expected value, right? So guys, in today's video session we saw how to handle the selector dynamically. So guys, if you have any question, any doubt about the selector, you can ask me in the comment section. In the level 2, we'll see the Excel operations, how we can perform the Excel operation on the same application. Okay guys.